Russian motivations and Russian intentions in eastern Ukraine.
Ambassador, in your national capacity, I would like to ask you about the elements that the three European countries circulated on Gaza. Are you going to put these elements in a draft resolution? And my second question, does the UK believe that ISIS should be targeted in Syria or only in Iraq? Thank you.
Again, in my national capacity, yes, the European three countries have been discussing with other members of the Council elements for a resolution. We hope that the Council will come together around a single draft resolution that can be adopted quickly. That is what we are working on, and that's why we are not tabling our own resolution. There is already a resolution that is on the table from Jordan. We don't want to add to the confusion by tabling a resolution ourselves, but we have strong views on what needs to be included in any resolution, and that is that it should set out the clear parameters for a sustainable ceasefire, that there must be no return to the status quo ante, and that any resolution helps to ensure that this crisis does not break out again in a few months or a few years' time. Now, as I say, we're talking to a number of members of the Security Council, and we hope that all Council members will be able to come behind a single text in the next few days.
Well, or only in Iraq?
Well, it's quite clear that ISIS needs to be confronted. It needs to be confronted militarily and politically, and both those strands are being taken forward.
Ambassador, could you detail a little more your ideas for a monitoring mechanism? Would that be a European monitoring mechanism or a UN or a joint one, and how would they work?
I don't want to go into too much detail at this stage. What we think is there needs to be an international and credible monitoring and verification mechanism. That was what was lacking in Resolution 1860. And clearly there needs to be some assurances for Israel's security, but at the same time there need to be assurances that the Gazans can live in peace and security and undertake proper economic activity. And that is what an international verification and monitoring mechanism could do. I don't want to be too prescriptive at this stage.